Welcome everyone, welcome to this live crypto conversation, and today we're going to talk about hey we're going to talk about BitConnect, guys. So BitConnect, for those of you who might not know, or for people who have entered the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and blockchain space late, maybe sometime this year, BitConnect was one of the biggest scam so far into cryptocurrencies. Of course, you have come across so many cryptocurrency scams, so many Ponzi schemes, so many ICO scams and whatnot, some MLM plans, Ponzi schemes. But one of the biggest ones so far into cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin space has been BitConnect. Okay, and this is something that most people really don't realize, right? And this is why the whole idea of this channel was to really spread the word, as to whatever I know, and really educate and let people know what cryptocurrencies are and what cryptocurrencies are not. Because a couple of years back, like 1 or 2 years back, a lot of people started with their own currency, calling it some shitcoin, just naming any random name, and start collecting Bitcoin from people, saying that this is going to be the next Bitcoin. I mean, most people don't even realize that what Bitcoin is, So this is what happened, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there are people, there are a lot many people that I know that who are trying to make the adoption easy, simpler for everyone into the space. But unfortunately, there are other people also who are not so friendly, and always they try to manipulate the name and trying to make some quick money out of it and really trying to scam people. Unfortunately, those kind of people are also there. And of course, there are not everyone. I mean, there are other people also who just become the victim of these schemes and scam, because they are somehow influenced, they are somehow convinced that their cryptocurrency, which is actually a Ponzi scheme, is actually a legit currency, and most people actually buy into it. And because it's quite natural that most people are actually driven by only money. They are driven by money. They see like 10% growth, 20% growth. Just let's forget about the technology. Let's talk about the money, and this is where things can go really wrong. And cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin space has been the biggest victim of those people who are spoiling the name of it and taking advantage of what Bitcoin is, maybe taking advantage of the Bitcoin price growth. Bitcoin has grown rapidly over the last 10 years, right from about $1 or maybe being nothing to about $6,500. And there have been a lot of people, mostly the scammers, saying that this is gonna have the same story. My coin is going to have the same story just like Bitcoin. And most people don't even know that what is Bitcoin and what is shitcoin. There is a technology behind Bitcoin. There's a code, there's a program behind Bitcoin that runs. And most of the shitcoins, they do not have any product, they do not have any idea. And the whole idea of creating that shitcoin, whatever ABC coin, is really to scam people, take away their Bitcoin. And there have been so many cases. I mean, this was caught in India, about 3 billions of scam in India with BitConnect. And of course, BitConnect was truly global. I think there was so many people who were actually thought that this is another cryptocurrencies. And I have to blame a coin market as well, because I still remember the coin market actually listed them, BitConnect. Coin market actually listed BitConnect somewhere in top 10. I still remember the BitConnect, which is basically a Ponzi scheme, was trading at about $400 or something, right? So this was trading at the exchanges. And this is really important, that if there is a shit coin and there's something like that, it should not be traded. The exchanges have to do their own due diligence, and they didn't do it. And it turns out the reason I'm talking about today, that it looks like that BitConnect is still trading on some of the exchanges. So dead coin walking, BitConnect, dead coin is walking, is it? Dead coin is walking. BitConnect is set to be delisted from the last crypto exchange. I mean, this is quite weird. I mean, who is still buying this BCC token or BCC coin? Who is buying it? And I wonder it has not been delisted as yet. I mean, there is one cryptocurrency exchange which is still trading it. I mean, this is ridiculous. After so much has happened, I mean, who is still buying it? So that's quite shocking, to be honest. But I'm glad to see all of you here. I can see some people in the chat today. Amazing. It's gonna be okay. So just in case you're joining for the first time, we do this live almost every night, every evening at about 9, sometimes early. So I'm glad that you're here. Please, I have to say that please join me on the next window. There are some people still waiting on the other window. This is what happened. This is but guys, what do you think about BitConnect? It is still alive. It is still alive. Hit the like and the dislike. Hey. Okay, I want to read some chats now. Hi Sanjeet, how are you? Okay. Vishnu, hi. BitConnect big scam. Yes, real dead coin walking. Market again downward. Zombie coin. What is the situation of Bitcoin in India right now? What's the situation? Everything? What do you mean? Hello Shiv, how are you? First like from my end. Thank you so much. Center is Gujarat. I am good. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, so I think Gujarat has been a poor victim of this BitConnect Ponzi scheme. It's really sad to know. I mean, people fall for these kind of Ponzi schemes and invest so much of money into such Ponzi schemes. They really try to compare Bitcoin with all the shit coins that you have. And I think the only thing to blame here is education. And also people also, I mean, if anyone who is getting lured by 10%, 20% returns and all those stuff, I mean, you should definitely do your research, you know. Maybe you can't blame them because maybe sometimes the influencer, you know, somebody who is telling you is so strong, you know, that, but still, I mean, it's really scary, guys. All I can say is that there are bad players into the cryptocurrency space. I mean, there are few people who wants to make this, who are fighting the battle, you know, to make the cryptocurrency and blockchain space. They are spreading the word, they are spreading the education, they are spreading the knowledge. They really want to make this mainstream. At the same time, there are people who are opening up Ponzi schemes like this. What can you say? This is really sad. But anyway, it turns out that it was still being traded. It was still being traded, and now it is going to be removed from the last exchange. Trade Satoshi. Shame on Trade Satoshi. I mean, they are still trading it. What the hell? The following coins will be delisted from Trade Satoshi exchange. Oh my god, they are not just listing BCC, they are listing LBC, EB. I don't even know the name of these coins. But yes, but this was one of the funniest video that would have seen in the BitConnect. There have been so many memes around it. Extremely sad, guys. Center is Gujarat. I'm good, thank you. Do traders try to wassa wassa? That's the thumbnail that I've kept actually today. Yeah, so this is I thought let's talk about BitConnect. I mean, this was one of the biggest Ponzi scheme. Of course, a lot of people entered this space now and they would have no clue what exactly was BitConnect. BitConnect turned out to be one of the biggest scam in the history of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. And sadly, a lot of people actually fell victim to BitConnect, unfortunately. Right. Now, in the same line, guys, in the similar line, I want to talk about the FinCEN director. He says that we are receiving about 1,500 virtual currency complaints every month. Turns out that there are so many crimes, there are so many Ponzi schemes going on into cryptocurrency still. So the US Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, now receives about over 1,500 suspicious activity reports which concerns cryptocurrency like Bitcoin every month. Can you see the kind of attack we are looking at on Bitcoin space, on Bitcoin rather? It's extremely sad, guys. So many people are just trying to run Ponzi scheme, just trying to run does Ottawa. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's an interview, I guess. Yeah, I think the number of crimes into cryptocurrency space and Bitcoin space is huge, and they will continue, I think, for some time, till the time we have like healthy regulations, and till the time really people get educated. I think these kind of scams are going to happen. But again, these kind of scams happen in fiat money also, right? It's not that these kind of cryptocurrency scams are happening now. I mean, they have happened in the past also. They have happened with the fiat money also. So I mean, this is just one of those things into the financial sector, or maybe related to money, that really happens. And all we can do is we can keep ourselves educated. We can just keep ourselves away from it, and we can try and educate other people also. There are going to be some bad people into the space who will try to take advantage of a lot of people who have no knowledge on this subject. It's quite possible. Tell me please, what to tell, Vishnu, what to tell? Ravind, Vishnu, it could be market correction, we need to wait for that. Oh, Vishnu says, why market again down? Well, I think you're a trader, so in that case we can't do much about it. I think the next bull run is not coming this year, but definitely coming next year, I think so. I mean, you might have a bull run this year also, but I'm just saying that we might not see that. Orion's Bell says, why do you build up BitConnect as such of a villain? You do realize it was only of the crypto space, the amount of money lost by the other coins put together. I agree with you, Orion's Belt, that there is not just BitConnect. There are other ICO scams going on. There are other Ponzi schemes going on as well. So I'm blaming everyone. And the reason I spoke about BitConnect today, because of course BitConnect was one of the first and the biggest one, I guess. And I mean, literally they spoke that like they are the next Bitcoin. You know, that's like a hype. So yes, but I agree with you, Orion's Bell, that it is not just BitConnect. There are so many other scams and Ponzi schemes going on as well. So yes, you're right on that. Which is best exchange for the new trader trading? I think Binance is the best one. Situation in Turkey. What's the situation in Turkey? I have no clue about that. What exactly going on? Is it related to cryptocurrency or what? Oh, is it? Bitcoin investor Turkey has laid a plummet. The ledger blockchain was. What's the news from Turkey, guys? You're a moron. Everything you have said could have said. Wow, Orion's Belt. Wow. Thank you so much for the kind word, my friend. As a trader, you can use Binance, KuCoin, Bittrex. Situation in Turkey. Right. Yeah, there are going to be some haters for sure. You can't just avoid them, guys. And I don't blame them. Maybe they have lost money into BitConnect. Maybe they have, maybe it's not been a good experience. For a lot of people, BitConnect has not been a good experience. People, especially for the people who lost their money into this. So this was one of the worst things that happened, you know. And of course, it's not going to be a good feeling. And that's why I see this comment that why you are talking about this now. And of course, this is not a pleasant feeling for many people who lost it. But yeah, but it's good to talk. I mean, it's good to take up this topic because a lot of people, it's just basically a reminder that definitely stay away from any scams and scheme, and definitely be careful. And that's the reason, it's really important to talk about this scam so that other people don't fall victim to these schemes and Ponzi schemes, and other people are more careful on choosing their next coin, or really, being alert as to there are so many scams. So I think it's good to talk about this scam so that more people can be alert and they don't make mistake like this in the future. So I think before we need to analyze and how many should make them aware. Exactly, it's really important to make people aware of what happened, and so that they can take the best. And that is something that is one of my priority, that I really want to let people know that this is what happened, and you definitely be careful. And a lot of people are entering this space right now, and they have to know that what happened in the past and what are the things that they should be aware of. I believe that BitConnect is the main player in the Jan-Feb bull run. There was no bull run in the Jan-Feb rock. I think the bull run was in December. It could be. It could be like the price manipulator, the regulators also. The whales price manipulation. Because ever since the Bitcoin was listed on the trading as a Bitcoin futures, the price were completely it went like, it can be manipulated once you have these big players into the space, and it all started with the future market, right? So yes, Ravin says, how do you manage? Man, that's the reason, I think you should definitely support this channel, my friend. Just let come anything that you'd like to support me, Ravindra. Yeah, it's difficult. It's a bear market. It's difficult to survive. Rock hard, Romeo, and crash also. Yeah, so I think it's not just the BitConnect. It's also, I think, the manipulation from the traditional players as well. Right, so that's something that I wanted to share. The BitConnect, surprisingly, shockingly, still trading on some exchanges. Ridiculous to know that, but at the same time, this is also a reminder that what all is possible into cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin space. So definitely be careful of that. And look at this guy, FinCEN director. We receive 1,500 virtual currency complaints a month. ETH crashing hard. ETH is crashing because I think a lot of ICOs are actually selling it off totally. So I think that's one of the reasons why ETH is crashing. I mean, it's come down to $302. Extremely sad to know this. Well, the only reason I see that definitely is those ICOs are liquidating it. And this is extremely sad to see. $302 is something that I wasn't expecting at all. Almost all the cryptocurrencies are down. I think it is a downtrend. We have to accept the fact that it is a downtrend. You can't do much about it. By the way, another thing that you should definitely be focused on along with the downtrend is that there are many crypto funds that are launching this year. Okay, so even though the market is extremely sad, the prices are down, there is no bull run, but in terms of adoption, in terms of more cryptocurrency fund, in terms of companies opening up cryptocurrency exchanges, opening up cryptocurrency fund, that's all still going on. I was just reading this today, and look at this. let me give you some numbers, okay? 466 cryptocurrency funds that have been launched so far. 255 of them are crypto funds, okay? So almost more than half of them are crypto funds, crypto hedge funds. Not only that, there is an interesting figure that I want to show you. So far, the number of new crypto funds that have already been launched is 96 this year. And it is predicted that by the end of this year, the total number of crypto funds is going to be 165. Last year, this was only 156. Can you see the difference here? So in terms of number of crypto funds, this year is still going to be much bigger than the last year. And in fact, this year is bigger than the last year. The last year Bitcoin price was about $1,000 and $2,000, right? Let's forget about the November and December. That was completely maybe price manipulation or something like that. But otherwise, the Bitcoin price last year was about around $100,000 to $2,000. It wasn't $6,000. So compared to that, we definitely are in growth. And in terms of number of cryptocurrency funds also, you have, like this year, you have got 96 new cryptocurrency funds which have opened up. The expected total is expected 165. In 2016, it was only 42. So in 2016, there were 42 hedge funds, crypto hedge funds. In 2017, there were 156. This year is expected 165. You never know. It could be even more than 165. It could be more than maybe 200 crypto funds also. Dinaka says 99% refutal, some Vitalik promise. Exactly. Where do you think the NEO will reach by 2019 end? Well, it all depends. I think the China might reopen the way they are talking about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and blockchain fund. Yes, it is. It might just reopen. China might reopen, and if they do reopen, I see 2019 is going to be extremely big for NEO. Maybe anything around $200, $300 easily, I think, if China reopens. Hey Gaurav, how are you? Good to see you here. Still alive. What was the topic about people new messed? Oh, good, Kumar. So we were just talking about the BitConnect scam. A lot of new people who are entering the space may not know about it. And so the reason, I really want to talk about, and because, so that new people don't fall victim to these scams. And it's so really important. So, and this has gone into the history, So I think it is a reminder for all the existing people and also for the new people really to know that there is something like this that can exist. Somebody can come to you with some weird cryptocurrency name and ask you to invest. Please do not take any investment advice from me and from anyone else. I'm eager to see the bull run now. Well, Cora, it looks difficult, man. This year it looks difficult. Why? I think we are looking at the long term. So what if you had like Bitcoin price going to about $1 million by 2019? Maybe that's a good news. So that's the good news that I can give. Probably not a financial advice, but that's what I think is possible. Alright everyone, that's it. Let's keep it short today. Thank you so much everyone for joining. Amazing to have you. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Hit that like if you haven't done so. Mostly by September and October. Yeah, mostly. Let's see. Alright everyone, thank you so much for joining. I hope you had an amazing day. And thank you, Dinakar. Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you so much for joining at the end. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night. And stay cryptic. Bye-bye.